Let's meet the visiting team, Minnesota.
And Greg, you were talking about this. What you appreciate about this matchup, the team-first mindset on both sides.
Very unselfish, and we're going to see guys moving the ball. And, Kevin, they play for one another. That's why these clubs rack up so many assists.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. And it's Prince in at the 3 spot. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Off target from outside. And here's Moran. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Here's Brooks. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And, Kevin, you could tell it meant a lot to the players. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction.
Edwards can't hit.
Surprising he didn't bury that, but hey, it happens sometimes.
Kane with the bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You'll gladly take those.
Out to Edwards. Uncovered. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
I had a chance to catch up with Chris Finch. He talked to me about the importance of protecting the rim, challenging opponents at the top of the jump and making it difficult for them to convert easy baskets. But to have a chance of that, they have to expend energy getting back in transition, which will help close down those driving lanes. You guys will see where their energy lies throughout this game.
Thank you, David.
And this is Edwards' game. When he's aggressive in trying to score, it really puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
And the second free throw, good. One word you always hear the Grizzly players mention is chemistry.
Yeah, you can't fake chemistry, and it's true. When you ask these guys what makes their team special, they point out what a tight-knit group they are. Some people might not think chemistry is a big deal, but it is huge when it comes to this league.
And one thing is, if you look on paper, it could feel like there's chemistry. But as you know, sometimes it doesn't translate to the real world.
No, it does not translate. And then after that, if you don't have chemistry, you better have professionals.
Here's Morant. Rudy Gobert picking up that last basket. And Morant throws it down.
Okay, I see you, John, flexing a little bit of muscle, showing off that athletic ability. Okay.
Russell looking it over. Up top, Edwards. Back to Russell. Brooks grabs the board. Memphis leading. Here's Morant. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Edwards with it. Now defended by Bain. Russell passes to Towns. And Towns throws it down.
And how about the agility of Towns? Cutting with purpose there after setting screens. Great display of his basketball IQ.
Now here's Morant. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
You know John Morant, such a dynamic guard. His combination of speed and creativity, that makes for some tough matchups.
Passes it to Prince. Outside Edwards. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Memphis. To the paint. Here's Morant. It's rebounded by Towns.
and you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
Edwards drawing the double team. Here's Russell. Missed inside.
Seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
Brooks kicks to Morant. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Edwards. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Jackson. And it's Memphis on the break. Here's Adams. Back to Bane. Lets it go with a three. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Timberwolves trail by 4. Outside, Russell. Pass to Edwards. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on 2 things: the refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement.
34 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Morant outside. And then Morant slams it in.
And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
Russell against Morant. Russell kicks to Edwards. Stripped away. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. And stolen by Prince. And now the fast break. Edwards with the ball. Great D that time from Bane. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Grizzlies lead by 5.
Please give a big round of applause for your Grizzlies youth team.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And for Memphis, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. The wingmen are Bane and Brooks. And it's Morant in at the point. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. And he gets the bucket. Towns has got the opening basket here in the second quarter for Minnesota.
And showing he can make plays for others. Edwards moving it with conviction.
Morant kicks to Bane. Good, and a nice assist for Morant. Bane's got the lead up to 6 now for the Grizzlies.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Russell dishes to Towns. Out to Edwards. Shot clock at 2. Fires from deep. That shot, no good. And Memphis the other way now. Here's Bane. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
The team-first mindset of Jackson, willing to get the ball to his open guys. Amazing that Bane fell to the last pick in the first round in 2020. Look at his size, the strength, the range of his jump shot. When shooting's a premium, he should have been drafted earlier.
And finished off by Gobert.
And Gobert is so well set up there. All he's got to do is elevate above the D and take that one home.
Morant passes to Bane. Out to Morant. Gobert with the block.
And the reach and height of Gobert, it literally makes it impossible to score over him. He's able to get all over that shot.
Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Jackson, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Memphis.
You also love that Bane absolutely puts in the work.
Oh, high effort guy, high IQ, knows exactly where to be on both ends. What a bright future.
Now, here is Russell. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Towns finds Prince. Gobert trying to get open, and Adams sends it back.
Adams puts every ounce of energy into his defense. He's not out there to contest shots. He's out there to reject them.
Here is Edwards. Back to Prince. Towns, a screen on Morant. Russell passes to Towns. Back to Russell. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Russell's got his first points of the game.
And how about the quick eyes there from Towns? Finds a hole in the defense and exploits it there with a nice find.
Here's Bain. Takes it up with both hands and grips it down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Oh, here's Edwards. Adams, some nice D. It's stolen by Gobert. Edwards passes to Towns. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Some solid defense there from Jackson. And the Grizzlies leading by 9. Morant looking around. It's Jackson atop the key. Back to Morant. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Outside, Russell. He dishes it to Towns. Out to Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
Flying high. Anthony Edwards, ladies and gents, cleared for takeoff.
Down low. Here's Morant. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. And that's now 7 points for John Morant. The pass to Edwards. Happy to see that one drop, shooting a paltry 2 for 9.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Here's Bain. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Really at the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
This is his first free throw of the game. Good on the second free throw. 30 seconds left in the first half. Russell against Morant. Towns sets the pick for Russell. There's the lob to Towns. Stolen by Brooks. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Prince, right side. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And no issues at the rim for Gobert. One of the league leaders in flushes. The Frenchman loves to finish above the rim.
And so we wrap up the first. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. It's been a clinic out there by Desmond Bain.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Anderson is out there with McDaniels. Then there's Reed. And it's Noel in at the 2. Going to high school in the L.A. area, Zaire Williams played on a loaded team.
Yeah, of course, Zaire was a first-round pick in 2021, but he was the high school teammate of B.J. Boston, who was also selected in that draft. You throw in the sons of LeBron and D-Wade, and look, let's just say those gyms were sold out.
Now here's Jones, Clark, and then Clark slams it in.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Here's the screen. Knocks down the 3 ball. Noel's got his first 3 points of the game.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now here's Green. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Anderson outside. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jones. 3 on the clock. Here's Noel. No good with the triple. And it's Jones with the ball for Memphis. Here's Clark. Reed with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 7. Here's Noel. The 3. And they get it back. Here's McLaughlin. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on Brandon Clark.
Yeah, easy call.
The Timberwolves shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. He hits the 2nd from the line. I've heard it said, Greg, a coach can't give you confidence, but they can take it away. What's the meaning behind that?
Well, players at this level are naturally confident, but when coaches are always critical, it can take you out of your game. Makes you just start to think a little too much on the floor.
Shots good by Williams. And the Grizzlies lead by 8.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Pass to McDaniels. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It goes on Brandon Clark.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Minnesota shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. And he's good on the 2nd. And the Grizzlies leading by 7. Outside Williams. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The Grizzlies have missed a few free throws up to this point, shooting 4 of 7 from the foul line tonight.
Taking 2 shots.
And Williams drops them both. Timberwolves trail by 9.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
1:58 left in the third quarter. Taken away by Williams. A solo fast break. Here's Conchar. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
So the Timberwolves call their first timeout. So Memphis ends up going with the new group. Minnesota's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. Russell dishes to Edwards. Back to Russell. And he lays it straight in.
An active competitor, Russell won't go down without a fight, especially around the rim.
Bain kicks to Morant. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. And he goes right over D'Angelo Russell and slams it down.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Edwards, that's good.
You can't let Edwards get in the lane. Outstanding at using that burst of speed on the drive.
Outside, Bain, back to Morant. And the rejection by Town. Russell finds Prince. Back to Russell. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Russell's got 4 this quarter.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
Bain passes to Brooks. Adams with the screen on Edwards. Bain. Outside Jackson. Memphis moving it around. Shot clock at 6. Here's Morant. And Morant throws it down.
This is what you pay to see. Morant doing what he does, exploding right to the rim off the drive. Wow.
And Edwards with the stuff.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. And we've reached the end of the third. Grizzlies lead by 7. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
That is why he is a point guard in this league. He has the elite passing ability, the vision. You need both to play the point guard.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Morant in at the point guard. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
The speed and athleticism of Morant is a tough combination to guard, which is why he gets fouled.
Both free throws good from Morant. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. They trail by 9 points. Bain against Edwards. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Memphis. Here's Morant. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Morant outside. Outside Jackson. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 4 assists in the game.
What separates Jaren from other bigs is he's got great confidence in his shot.
Towns, no luck. Memphis leading by 12. Morant dishes to Adams. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. Here's Russell. Edwards looking it over. Here's Towns. Here's Gobert. Out to Russell. This one for 3. Good on the three-point shot.
Good form on the jump shot. Russell's ability to stretch the floor makes him even more valuable.
Russell against Morant. Outside, Bain. Back to Morant. Passes it to Adams. It's stolen by Gobert. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's Towns. It's rebounded by Memphis. Adams has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Morant. Yep, it counts. Morant's got 4 this quarter.
It's been all about Ja tonight. Can score in so many different ways.
Towns, a screen on Bain. Pass to Towns. Gobert with a screen for Towns. It's stolen by Adams. And now the Grizzlies, fast break. Here's Jackson, and it's sent back by Russell. Towns for 3. Cans it from downtown.
And never lacking confidence from deep. Some big men have to develop that confidence. Towns has always had it.
Jackson, a screen on Russell. Morant gets to Adams. Back to Morant. Just 5 to shoot. And he drives in and finished off by Morant.
John Morant was a great player, but he became a star once he learned how to dominate pick and roll.
Morant with the steal. Payne for 3. Good, and the nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 5 assists in the game. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for Memphis. And Edwards puts up a deep 3. And another 3 for Minnesota.
And this is big for Edwards' confidence, wanting to keep hitting from downtown and stretching that defense.
Morant against Russell. Morant passes to Bain. 6 on the shot clock. Launches it. The rebound by Prince. Timberwolves trail by 10. To the paint. And again, Minnesota will turn it over.
A classic breakdown with the ball, sending it right out of bounds and giving the defense a freebie.
For Memphis, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for Memphis.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Ja Morant.
And he was getting buckets all night long, giving the defense that work.
Back to Bane. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Shot clock at 6. Morant outside. Back to Bane. Looking for Adams. He gets it there. And the miss. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. A confident win and one where they... All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan.
center matchup in this one. What's your outlook on the future of the big man as the league continues to evolve?
Well, they're not extinct. If you find one, you're going to use them, BA. So if that's your advantage, you got a big guy who can score down low or dominate from the paint in some way, then the coach is going to feed the big fella.
So let's take a look at the Phoenix Suns starting lineup. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Bridges and Crowder holding down the forward spots. And it's Ayton in at the 5, down low. Booker can't get it to go.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
What a beast inside. When Towns gets in tight, he's almost a sure thing.
Paul against Russell. Booker for 3. Sends it home from three-point land.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter. Already a terrific career for Booker. 3-time All-Star, and then last year he was named to the All-NBA first team. Just a big honor.
Yep, that one's good.
He's a gifted passer. This is one of his natural abilities, and the instinct's just showing off from Russell there.
Paul against Russell. Three-pointer, Bridges. And it's Gobert with a rebound. And with Booker, it's not just the scoring. Grant, he does a little bit of everything.
Hey, BA, I mean, you go back and look at last season. He had career highs in rebounds, steals, blocks. I mean, he's learned how to affect the game, even when his shot isn't falling, which is rare.
Now here's Ayton. Pass to Bridges. Crowder, a screen on Edwards. Outside for Booker. 5 on the clock. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
You have to be alert if you're guarding Devin Booker. He's terrific at cutting apart the defense with the dribble move.
Booker against Edwards. And he banks in the layup. Edwards has gotten his 2nd bucket of the game.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Out to Bridges from deep. And the three-pointer goes.
Bridges has a lot of jobs for his team, but if he consistently knocks down 3, he can add it to the list.
Russell, the pass to Edwards. And he's going for the oop here. Paul against Russell. Outside Booker. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far.
He has good size for his position, and Booker mixing it up on the inside.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Russell against Paul. It's hauled in by the Suns.
And the Phoenix Suns have been a completely different team since acquiring Chris Paul. He's the leader of this team, and he helps set the tone on both ends. Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
The kick out to Edwards. Can they get it? And Ayton pulls it down. Boy, the city of Phoenix really embracing Chris Paul as soon as he arrived.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the latter stages of his career now. But you would never know it based on how hard he plays every single night. He just makes everyone on this team so much better.
Here's Prince. Looking for his first basket, still in this one. Here's Edwards. Ooh, excellent D there from Ayton.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
The big guy going up and trying to rip that rim off.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Pass to Edwards. And the foul on Chris Paul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
30 seconds left in the opening quarter. Now Towns. 6 to shoot. That shot's good. Russell making the play. Towns has got 5 points.
The versatility of Towns, unleashing his outside game and presenting all sorts of problems for the defense.
Outside for Booker. Three-pointer. That shot missing. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Suns ahead. They're up by 5. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
They've been really going at the defense in the painted area, and so far the opposition really hasn't had an answer for them.
Well, not only that, but you love how unselfish they've been to start this game. That's going to get all the guys in a great flow and feeling good. So moving that ball around and scoring off assists, it's a nice way to play.
The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. And it's Prince in at the 3 slot. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Now here's Booker. Crowder, a screen on Edwards. Booker for 3. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, you love to see that kind of vision from Gobert. As much attention as he draws from the D, there's bound to be an open man, and he just got to find him.
To the paint. Ball passes to Ayton. Here's Booker, guarded by Edwards. And slammed it home, and a foul. A chance at another point at the line. It's on Anthony Edwards.
Some of the greatest shooters in the game always talk about being on balance. Booker does a great job there. Keeps his eyes on the prize. I've gotten used to Devin Booker putting up huge numbers, so a 40-point game for him feels like another day at the office.
Outside Edwards, beyond the arc. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got 4 rebounds now. Bridges finds Ayton. The kick out to Paul. Bridges outside. It's Booker on the wing, guarded by Edwards. Back to Bridges. The Suns need to get off a shot. Fires it. That one off the back iron and out. Well, you talk about Booker's high-powered offense. He's a rare member of the 70-point club with only 5 other players in NBA history. Brett, you got Wilt, Kobe, David Thompson, Elgin Baylor, and David Robinson.
Man, B.A., if you could sit down at a table to talk about your 70-point night, I'd like to be a server at that table.
Here's Booker after the Timberwolves picking up a basket a moment ago. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
Here's Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
Look at Towns asserting himself inside. He knows he can muscle his way to a shot anytime.
Ball passes to Crowder. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Paul's got 3 assists now in this one.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
Now here's Edwards. Give him 8 points now. Here's Towns. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup. Towns has got 4 points now in the quarter. Russell against Paul.
2 minutes.
Outside Booker. Well, Brent, comparing eras, a touchy subject. But how do you juxtapose the era of your father, Rick, in the 60s and 70s to your era, and even nowadays?
Well, I think between the rule changes, the adoption of the three-point line, and the skill and growth and all the technology and science behind players, that it's really, really difficult to look back 25 years ago and compare the game. Just the game itself, BA, let alone talking about players and their skill.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. And here's Crowder from the arc. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far.
Looks like Crowder feels like the green light is all his on that shot.
Here's Russell. And stolen by Paul. And the Suns pushing it up now. Oh, there's the alley. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
As long as passes are in that area, Ayton's going to get up and go down.
Edwards against Booker. Now here's Russell. He's covered closely. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Edwards for 3. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got 5 rebounds in the game. Bridges down low. Prince is there. No luck on that one. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Edwards. Give him 8. Pass to Towns. Back to Edwards. Let's go with a 3. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And Booker puts up a deep 3. That misses. Would have counted had it go. Appreciate it, Allie.
22. The Suns, 24.
Just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Nice game. Great performance by Devin Booker.
He's been excellent at cutting through the defense and giving them fits around the basket.
And you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
On the floor for Phoenix, the deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Crowder and Ayton the bigs. And it's Bridges in at the 3. The Suns leading.
You know, last year was all about forward progress for the Timberwolves, recording their second winning season since 2005, getting on track for future success.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
And it's a completely new group for the Suns. Lee on the wing. Pass to Šarić. Here's Shamet. Outside Craig. The 3. That's a foul. Called on Cameron Johnson. That's his first foul.
The defense so concerned with Shamet and his shot-making ability, he makes the play that time.
Blocking foul on Matthew Shag. First personal foul. Second team foul.
About a minute played here in the second half. Pass to McLaughlin. Here's Noel. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. So what do you think the keys are that could help Minnesota continue to grow over last year?
Well, you know, there's always room for guys to improve their game. But I think it's really the intangibles, building trust amongst players and becoming a more mature team.
Now here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And breaking out the one-hand slam.
Man, an emphatic way to extend the lead a little more. Here's McLaughlin. Boy, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Phoenix has gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. Outside Johnson. Pass to Craig. The kick out to Johnson. Takes a 3. Gets the 3 to fall. And now it's a 10-point Phoenix lead.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Well, the thing is they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
And that puts them just one foul from the bonus.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. McDaniels from long range knocks it down from distance. McDaniels gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Phoenix has gotten 6 of 11 threes to go in this game. Out left to the wing. Here's Shemet. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. Well, the Timberwolves struck gold by getting the #1 pick in the 2015 and 2020 NBA drafts.
You are so right, B.A. Selecting Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards, respectively. Two important players that have already had a tremendous impact on this team.
Wow, that is awesome to see the small man challenge the big man. Sometimes when you jump, you can be taller than the big fella.
Lee on the wing. Three-pointer. Shemet, no good. And there's 1:45 left to play in the third. On target from range.
Anderson has great vision as a point forward. Exceptional court awareness.
Up top, Johnson. Pass to Lee. Back to Johnson. Just 5 on the clock. That one a little long. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. Tipped away. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. A 1:04 left in the third. Out to the right wing. Knocks it loose. And here comes the break. Here's Noel. Count that one. Now just a 3-point Phoenix lead.
A sharp steal and some quick offense cuts it down to a one-possession game. Well done.
Here's Shemet. The kick out to Johnson. Back to Shemet. Shot clock at 6. Inside. Sharik's shot is off. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. On the wing, Noel. Pass to McLaughlin. He gets an open look. Rebounded by Johnson.
You can't ask for a cleaner look than that. He just couldn't deliver.
Here's Lee. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. The 3 from Craig. He can't get that one to fall. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. Suns ahead, leading by 3. 3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. Phoenix has gotten 6 of 13 shots to go from outside the arc. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3. So that's the lineup from Minnesota. Shot is good by Edwards.
They began the play with active defense, and they finished the play with active offense.
Well, a lot of times coaches will tell you that if you play great defense, you're going to get a reward. It's a good possession all the way around.
The kick out to Paul. Up top, Booker. Clock at 6. There's the 3. Offensive board. Ayton. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Yeah, if Ayton can get in that kind of position, he can be a bully on the inside.
Edwards a screen on Paul. Outside Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Russell against Paul. Outside for Booker. Yes, and it's Paul with the assist that time.
And Booker heating up like this, it's going to lift the confidence of the entire team when he gets it going offensively.
Russell, the pass to Edwards. Outside for Russell. Back to Edwards. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
And that's good as he hits both shots.
Man, such a heartbreak last year as the Phoenix Suns had the opportunity to return to the finals, and it just felt like they were destined to get back there. That was their most wins in the season in franchise history. It just didn't play out that way.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to be on Karl Anthony Towns.
Crowder just keeps coming at you. He's pretty relentless. He will score, he definitely rebounds, and he for sure defends at an impressive level.
And so he makes both from the line. The Suns' regular season dominance last year speaks to this team's strength.
Oh, yeah, they are so tight between the connection of the coaching staff and their point guard and CP3. These guys have talent. They've been through the ups and downs. They know what it takes to get to the top of the mountain. And make no mistake, this Phoenix team is playing to win it.
From downtown, Ayton. Nice persistence to tip it back in. Ayton's got 4 points this quarter. All right, guys, a breakdown here of the hustle stats for the Suns.
You have to be a fan of the energy they've played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
Their attacking of the offensive glass has also been a success story. All game long, they've been committed to finding the paint. He got his timing down.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim. Ball finds Bridges. Back to Paul, and now we've got an intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Ayton against Gobert. Here's Crowder, and Crowder with the jam.
And Crowder out there for the big-time bucket.
The Timberwolves trail. Now here's Russell from deep. Crowder grabs the miss.
Every possession counts for them right now. That's not going to get it done.
Outside Paul. Outside Booker. Back to Paul. 6 on the shot clock. Booker, good. And the Suns lead by 7.
And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
Russell pass to Towns. Fires the 3. Outside Russell. Off the mark there with a 3. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. The kick out to Edwards. Pass to Prince. Fires for 3. He buries it from 3.
How about the clutch gene showing up in Taurean Prince? What a shot.
1:02 left to play in the fourth quarter. Out to Bridges. Crowder with a screen. Right wing. The 3 from Ayton. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Pass to Prince. Here's Edwards. And so they foul intentionally. And it's out of bounds to Minnesota.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Crafty move. And Edwards, here we go. Russell against Paul. And a foul call. Looks like he had a clear path to the basket. They'll get 1 free throw and they'll keep possession here. He drops the first one, and that puts him up 5.
Chris Paul, as a veteran leader, just sets a high standard for the team that he's playing on. And it's really elevated the other guys.
26 seconds left in the game. Crowder left side. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Towns. "20 seconds left to play in the fourth. Booker for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. And the Suns lead by 8.
You can count on Booker for some three-point efficiency. He might not take as many as he used to. It's still dangerous.
And he's easily led the way on the boards tonight.
Well, he's been everywhere, and collecting those rebounds, that ends any kind of offensive possession and gets them started.
So So the Suns win it. It ends up...
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the NBA. We've got quite a game in store for us tonight, Steve. It's a matchup between two NBA powerhouses.
These teams are stacked with talent, Kevin, and this game could be a preview of what's to come. I would not be surprised if these teams meet in the postseason.
And the Grizzlies start out with the ball. Now, a look at Memphis's starting group. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bane. And it's Adams in at the 5, roaming the paint. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
We know he can pass it. He's a tough defender, and Desmond Bane can shoot it from all over.
The Grizzlies shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Definitely an area where they can improve. Only 73% as a team from the line last year.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Here's Paul, and the rejection by Jackson. And even 3-on-3 break. It's Morant in the corner. Crowder with the steal. Driving the lane, and Crowder slams it in.
As a distributor, Paul is just a machine. He's constantly creating for his guys.
Morant passes to Bane. It's tipped. Morant with it. He's picked up by Paul. Bane kicks to Morant. His three-pointers off the mark.
And talking about a franchise that has done a complete 180, look no further than the Phoenix Suns. Before 2021, they hadn't even been to the playoffs in 10 years.
Now Morant, after Devin Booker missing on that last three-pointer. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That is his first foul of the game. And Phoenix has possession. In just 4 seasons, Phoenix, Greg, went from last in the conference to the best record in the entire NBA. It's been an unbelievable story.
And there's a lot of talent on this team, not to mention a great coach in Monty Williams. The future is bright for this franchise. And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Paul kicks to Bridges. Booker looking around. Takes it inside. And the rejection by Jackson.
Look at Adams using all of his impressive reach. Firmly swatting that shot away.
Gets it to fall. The bucket from Bane.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now here's Paul, and the wide open shot from Crowder, and a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Crowder's got 5.
This is what Crowder loves to do. He's out there saying, set me up, please.
Morant outside. Bane with it. He has 6. 5 to shoot. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
Desmond Bane showing off his strength. That's a tough shot inside.
Paul outside. Kicks it out to Booker.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
The rebound by Steven Adams. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
You see the impressive leaping ability. Bane getting off the ground with ease.
And something that gets overlooked is how good of a passer Steven Adams is.
You're totally right, GA. He's gotten much better with his vision. Knows how to find cutters and open guys out of the high post. Plus, he's skilled at throwing those full-court touchdown passes.
And he comes up with the deuce.
Love the shot selection Jaren Jackson has, especially from the interior. It's why he's so efficient.
Here's Booker. Here for the hold on!
You got to buckle up on that one.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown.
A stellar shooter from downtown. All Bane needs is a little space, and he's ready to fire.
Paul kicks to Booker. And a dunk by Booker.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
The problem is your opponent is making big plays as well. I'll be curious to see the response.
And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here. Here's Bane. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
What a dangerous player to have in the backcourt. When Bane gets this hot, he will tear a defense apart.
Paul kicks to Booker. From outside the arc. Again, the miss by Booker. And the Grizzlies leading by 8. Morant outside. Bane sets the screen for Morant to the middle. Bane with the bucket. Bane's got 17 now.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really...
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll return shortly. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And taking a look at the Grizzlies' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified the right matchups, and the execution is there.
Taking a look at the Grizzlies.
Yes. As creative as they come, Ja Morant has a style that's specifically his.
Ball against Morant. Bridges, no one around him. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Bridges has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Morant kicks to Bane. Drives to the hoop. Boom, he jams it straight down.
The range on Desmond Bane's stroke opens up a lot of driving avenues.
Morant against Paul. The kick out to Crowder. Bridges dishes to Crowder. Crowder a screen on Bane. And here's Booker from the arc. Grizzlies with the rebound. Bane with it. Now guarded by Booker. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Outside Jackson. Well, Greg, we see it every year. Those overachieving teams in the NBA. What enables them to be greater than the sum of their parts?
Well, listen, luck can play a part, but confidence is a huge factor as well. If you walk into that gym every night believing you'll find a way to win, oftentimes you do.
A player who's aware of everything around him. Brooks sees the man break open and hits him.
Ball against Morant. It's Crowder on the wing. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. On the wing, Booker, guarded by Bane. Three-pointer, Crowder, and a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
And this has been Crowder's role for a while now. Often shoots more three-pointers than two-pointers.
Morant kicks to Jackson. Back to Morant. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on 8. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
Right now, it's their passing game, and it's been on point. Doing a great job of moving it around and getting the ball to their shooters.
And let's also give them some credit for running the break so well. They're making the most of their chances to score in transition.
Here's Ayton. Bridges passes to Crowder. He feeds it to Ayton. 4 on the clock, and Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Here's Morant. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Bain kicks to Morant. Jackson with it. He's picked up by Paul. 5 on the clock. Back to Jackson. Crowder with the steal. And now the Suns a fast break. And Ayton throws it down.
Sweet find there by Booker. All eyes on him with the ball. And Devin understands that. Has a nice feel for giving up the rock.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Jay Crowder.
He gets right to the rim, but the defense there to deter him.
Landry Shamet's checked in for Chris Paul. Good on the second free throw.
How can you not love a player like Ja Morant? Came into the NBA ready to prove himself and just keeps getting better.
Shamet finds Ayton. Morant with the steal. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. Morant with the ball. Here's Adams. Out to Brooks. Outside Jackson. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
An uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
Back to Crowder. Here's the 3. And Desmond Bain pulls it down. And the Grizzlies leading by 11. Here's Brooks. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Just a real solid all-around player. Brooks that time drawing the foul.
Dylan Brooks at the line for 2.
And he sinks the second. The Suns have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Bain against Booker. It's intercepted. Morant passes to Bain. Misses from close range.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
And the dunk by Booker.
An underrated athlete with a solid handle. Defenders can't always keep up with Booker on the drive.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Morant looking around. Clock at 6. Shamet with the steal. Here's the break. Ayton finds Crowder. Crowder sets a screen for Booker. 3 seconds left, and he sinks the layup. Booker's got it back down to within single digits for the Suns.
And great energy from Booker there in the paint.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. It's been a clinic out there by Desmond Bain.
Oof. That first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
And these weren't just putbacks and alley-oops. He was roaring to the rim and finishing.
So with Paul on the bench, here's the group that Monty Williams has on the floor. Sarge and Johnson are on the block. Lee out there with Landry Shamet. And it's Craig in at the small forward.
You want your ball handlers to be great free throw shooters, especially at the end of games. Shamet provides that.
Jones up top. He's covered by Shamet. Outside Williams. Pass to Clark. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. And the Grizzlies lead by 8.
You gotta know this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Shamet the pass to Johnson. Back to Shamet. There's the triple. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
You need guys who are willing to make the next pass. Shamet doesn't rack up a lot of assists, but he's unselfish.
Outside, Green. There's the three. And it's Shamet with the rebound. Now Phoenix shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Saric outside. Lee outside. Craig against Jones. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
It's his first trip to the line. No good on the free throw.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
And there's the call on Jones. That is his first foul of the game.
And still early in the period, and they're only 1 foul away from being over the limit.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Shamet, and it's blocked by Clark.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
Spacing and ball movement. We hear coaches talk about those 2 elements all the time.
Shamet kicks to Johnson. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Phoenix shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. And the second free throw, good. And it's Jones with the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. They've held a 12-point lead early. Clark outside. Back to Jones. And there's the foul. It's on Cameron Johnson. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
At the elbow, Green. Back to Clark. Memphis moving it around. Jones the pass to Concho. Just 5 on the clock. And there's the foul. It's on Torrey Craig. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. And the foul called on Brandon Clark. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And looking at that replay again, just a big-time block right there.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Craig kicks to Shamet. 6 to shoot. The Suns need to get a shot off. That's a 2 from Lee. No good off the back of the rim. And the Grizzlies leading by 7. It's Williams with the drive. Over in the corner, Green.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Outside, Jones. On the wing, Green. Back to Williams. And finished off by Williams.
The veteran presence of Danny Green, keeping his eyes up, finding his teammate wide open.
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Here's Craig, and fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot 2. It goes on Brandon Clark.
Yeah, the defender all over.
The Suns have missed more than they've made at the foul line tonight, 3 of 7.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
Jones looking for an opening. Kicks it to Williams. Here's Conchar, covered by Lee. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. So Memphis ends up going with the new group.
Substitution on the court.
Suns trail by 8. And here is Shamet. On the wing, Johnson. Lee in the posts, guarded by Bain. Lee passes to Craig. And a miss there on the triple. And the Grizzlies leading by 8. And that's an intentional foul.
really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And Phoenix with a whole new group on the floor. And then Morant slams it in.
As the lead continues to grow, this is just heady, sound basketball.
They have just nailed their halftime adjustments. That's for sure. They don't want to have to sweat this one out. They're looking to pull away.
Kicks it out to Paul. From past the arc. Drops in the tray.
Quick trigger from Chris Paul, putting the shot up before the D can get on him.
Grizzlies have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Here's Morant. He has 7 to the inside. And stolen by Booker. Got it up. And no good in the last second attempt this time. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies heading to... And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to fire.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bane. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Brooks in at the 3. Booker outside. A three-pointer, no good. And so Morant will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. And then jammed down as he goes right over Chris Paul.
Man, oh man, one of the more advanced ball handlers we've ever seen at his age. Ja Morant has people on skates.
Morant against Paul. Crowder from outside. No good that time, and it's Memphis the other way. Morant right side. And then Morant slams it in.
This guy is exciting to watch. Morant gets up and dunks it.
All against Morant. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson Jr. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Ayton with it. Now defended by Adams. For 3, Booker sinks the three-pointer.
This is a guy who once scored 70 points in a game. Booker, doesn't take much for him to start percolating.
Now here's Morant. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Inside. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Love the execution. Ja Morant is big time at breaking down the defense in these sets.
Morant against Paul. Booker with no one around and too long on the shot.
Missed opportunity, wide open from mid-range. He would love to get that one back.
Whoops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
The drive by Paul. Chalk up 2 there.
He's one of the best in the business, Chris Paul. A phenomenal ball handler.
And the Grizzlies leading by 10. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Morant outside. At the elbow, Adams. Out to Morant. 2 on the clock. From deep three-point range, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. The Suns running out of time.
2 minutes remaining.
Ball looking over the floor. On the wing, Bridges. Here's Ayton. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Crowder, a screen on Bane. Booker, good.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
Jackson has the open look. Good. And the nice assist from Morant. Morant's got his 5th assist in this one. Al Paul. And here's Booker from the arc. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Morant outside. Down low, here's Adams over Ayton. Adams' shot is off.
I'm not sure the defense affected that shot. That was just a blown gimme.
Bane with it, outguarded by Crowder. Jackson drives in. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Devin Booker.
This is what's hard about defending Jaren Jackson. He has great range, but he also can put the ball on the floor.
Second one is good. Being both at the line, and it's a 9-point ball game. 43 seconds left in the game. Paul dishes to Crowder. Bridges outside. Paul with the 3. And Desmond Bane pulls it down. And the Grizzlies with possession. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Shot clock at 5. Shoots the 3. And again, Memphis no good. Booker with it. Here's Bridges with plenty of space. No good. And so the Grizzlies take the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in...
The starting lineup for the visiting Memphis.
And we're expecting an intense battle in the front court tonight, Grant. Both teams with a lot of talent in those positions.
You know, B.A., it'll be an interesting matchup here with the talent and size of their front court. It should make this game extra challenging for these squads. They can't just count on being the dominant force down low. They'll have to get a little creative.
And the starting lineup for the Grizzlies. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Bain and Brooks out on the wing. And it's Morant in at the 1 spot.
What we know about Anthony Edwards, he had a terrific rookie campaign, but he got better in his second season, both as an individual and as a teammate, guys.
Now here's Morant. Outside Bain. From the arc. No good there. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. To the right side. Russell finds Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
Well, the more repetition he gets, the more floor awareness you develop. D'Angelo Russell showing a desire to get his teammates involved.
Well, what stood out the most at Edwards' second season, Doris, his commitment on the defensive end.
Exactly right, B.A., because he asked the coaching staff almost on a nightly basis to guard the opposition's best player. And though they didn't always give him that assignment, you have to admire his pursuit. This guy wants to become one of the top two-way players in the league.
And so it's Memphis with it, following the score by Minnesota. And here's Morant. Outside Bain. Adams with a screen on Edwards. 6 to shoot. 2 open that time. Made it look easy.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Now here's Russell. Puts the move on. Brooks comes with a double team. Back to Edwards. Here's Russell. It's rebounded by Memphis.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
Here's Morant. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
And now the Grizzlies on the run. Here's Morant. Here's Adams. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Pass to Prince. Back to Towns. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
The attention to detail on defense. Jackson reads shooters well and knows when to go for blocks.
And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Gobert passes to Russell. And here's Edwards. On the take. Here's Gobert. Tries again. Out of bounds. It'll be Memphis's ball. And now it's time to take another view of that huge swat.
That'll put some fear into the shooters, and he made sure to do it early, too.
The Grizzlies have gone only 1 of 6 so far. Morant, the pass to Bain. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. That one on Russell.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
Well, you know the Timberwolves are a young squad, Doris. When will it be their time, you think?
I think, B.A., when you have a talent that is the anchor of your organization, which they have in Karl Anthony Towns, Cat is one of the most talented big men, most polished offensive players that we've seen in the NBA. Couple him with Anthony Edwards and Rudy Gobert, and I think you now have to start looking to be a consistent winner. I am anxious to see what this team does this year.
On the wing, Brooks. Bain against Edwards. Jackson for 3. Nails it from 3. And it's a tie ball game.
That jumper is pure. Jackson with great touch for a big man. Set him up, let him knock him down.
Edwards for 3. Fires in the triple. Edwards has got 5 points.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Bain, no good.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
No good on the 3. The Grizzlies have gone only 2 of 6 from the field. Off target from outside. Minnesota has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. And there's the lob. Oh, and a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob. Brooks, the pass to Adams. Ooh, and Adams, strong finish.
Steven Adams will leave no doubt when he's near the cup.
Now here's Russell. It's Edwards on the wing. Oh, the swat by Adams. Now Morant. Here's Brooks. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Ties it up, and his next one could give him the lead.
Shooting from Memphis.
And that one drops, so now they lead by 1.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Pass to Gobert. Right side Edwards. Here's Brent. Just 5 to shoot. Another miss by Minnesota. Here's Brooks. He got it up. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer. Makes his selection just a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Grizzlies out in front, up by 3. Don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
Well, we've watched them force their way to the line, and it seems to be working so far.
And this is why coaches say be aggressive. As long as you're playing smart, good things tend to happen, even if you're on the road.
On the court for the Grizzlies. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. Morant and Bain in the backcourt together. And it's Adams in at the 5.
Even on the years he's not winning Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert finds a way to finish in the top 3. This is one of the most consistent elite defenders in the game.
Doris, with Gobert, it still feels like he doesn't get the credit he deserves.
And BA, at this point, I find that inexcusable. You just watch the game and understand the metrics to see the massive impact that Rudy Gobert has on winning. It is not only on the defensive end either.
Here's Edwards. Ooh, good work defensively by Adams.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
And Morant gets it to go.
Fearless play by Morant. Goes up against tough coverage and still manages the inside shot.
Morant against Russell. Pass to Edwards. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Edwards has gotten 4 this quarter.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Morant against Russell. Bain, the pass to Adams. Here's Brooks. Rebound Minnesota. Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. To the inside. Towns. Grizzlies with the rebound. Adams has got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Bain, the pass to Jackson. To the middle. Shot is up. It's blocked by Gobert.
Rudy Gobert, a consistent force on the defensive end, does a nice job sending that one back.
Shot is good by Edwards.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
Morant, pass to Bain. And another miss by Memphis.
I know he wants to answer the 3 that was just made on the other end, but he can't let that affect his judgment. He's got to find the best shot possible.
Well, Brent, every team is looking for that perfect 5 on the floor, that magical lineup. In your mind, is that synonymous with small ball?
I think it is, BA. I mean, having players that can play small, can switch on defense, obviously play multiple positions on the offensive end. It's just a combination, when executed properly, could be a nightmare for the opponent.
Memphis has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. And Morant gets it to go on the assist by Adams.
In the paint, Morant stays nimble, and that allows him to make any needed adjustment to his shot.
Outside Russell. Inside. Here's Towns. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. And the Timberwolves lead by 3.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Outside Bane. Pass to Brooks. Back to Bane. And stolen by Edwards. Towns has got room. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
Well, his versatility on display from Karl Anthony Towns can spot up from deep, back you down in the post, and just for luck, how about a little money pull-up off the dribble?
Jackson for 3. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Timeout call, Memphis.
Look like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
And we've got 1:18 left in the first half of basketball. Pass to Bane. Back to Morant. Oh, good D by Edwards. Minnesota in the lead. Wow, potent offense. It's been fun to watch.
Just aggressive and effective, taking it right to the defense.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Here's Minnesota. They're on a 14-6 run. Gobert passes to Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Boy, Rudy Gobert, usually the recipient of that kind of pass. That was nicely done, Rudy.
Bane. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Russell finds Edwards. Clock at 6. And it's Bane with the rebound. Russell against Morant. Down low. And Gobert with a block. Edwards with it. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Timberwolves ahead, up 5.
22.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Well, if he's hit threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy, ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
Memphis trailing here. They've got Kyle Anderson, Jordan McLaughlin out there with Jalen Noel. Then there's Naz Reid, and it's McDaniels in at the 3 spot. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Buries it from 3.
Well, that's a case where your teammates are showing trust in you, and he comes through with flying colors.
Anderson with a screen. Noel, no good. Well, the Grizzlies shooting at 32% from the floor. Not good. The steal. And here they come. The 3 is up. That one is off. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Deflects the pass. Good D by Clark. It's a neck-and-neck game here in Minneapolis. There's the drive. This for the tie. And the layup is up and in. Second half getting started. About a minute played. Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jones. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And you have to love love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
Boy, and not just the aggression, the ability to get to the rim, but how about the finish with intention?
And now the T-Wolves on the break. And stolen by Williams. Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. Minnesota has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. To the inside. And stolen by Green.
Timberwolves foul. Jaden McDaniel. First personal foul. First team foul.
Jones with the ball. Now guarded by McDaniels. Williams passes to Clark. Green with the ball. Back to Clark. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use two hands next time. He knows where he is. Pass to Reed. Shot clock at 6. McDaniels from long range. Kept alive by Minnesota. Here's Noel. The Timberwolves again can't hit. For Memphis, they've gotten 3 or 4 shots to fall so far in the third. Stolen by Anderson. And he lobs it up to the rim. A slam dunk by Reed.
A great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. From down low, the rebound by the Timberwolves. Pass to Noel. Here he goes. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Noel's got his first points of the game.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Jones in the post. Outside for Green. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. Pass to Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible.
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless.
After just 1 year in college, Naz Reid declared for the 2019 NBA draft where he was not selected, guys.
Willing passers, unselfish play. You have to appreciate this kind of offense.
Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jones.
Timberwolves foul. Naz Reid. First personal foul.
The free throw off from Jones. And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves.
Jones at the line for 1.
The Grizzlies have gotten 5 of 7 attempts in the third quarter. Looking to get it going. And then Morant with the dunk.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
Boy, and not just the aggression, the ability to get to the rim, but how about the finish with intention?
And in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call. Coach does not agree with it, and he wants him to take another look at the monitor.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt the previous plays under the team.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Free throw good, Edwards.
Anthony Edwards is one of the most explosive athletes in the league. He can burn you with his perimeter jump shooting. He's dangerous in transition. And look out, folks, the upside is there.
Minnesota in the lead. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Man, the defender really went after him.
At the line for the Timberwolves,
That one's no good. Here's Morant. He has 6. Pass to Jackson. Back to Morant. That'll count. No good on the buzzer beater. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Timberwolves ahead. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth. Morant and Bane in the backcourt together. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. And it's...
Oh, my God! Look out below!
Oh, man, he got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. Outside Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
And that strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact. Doesn't bother him.
Here's Jackson. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair.
The son of an NBA player, Jaren Jackson Jr. I actually played a bit with his dad, Jaren Sr. in Orlando back in the early 2000s, which means I'm old.
And the Jacksons, just the latest father-son NBA duo. Lots of great ones there, Greg.
So true, B.A. The Curry family might be the best ever. The Berries, including our own colleague Brent. The Thompsons with Clay in the league currently. Just some incredible NBA families to admire.
Outside Bane. Back to Morant. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
Come on, this kid is electric. Morant draws a lot of fouls with the way he plays.
He hits the second from the line.
Just a tough miss at the line. They're down 2 baskets now.
Russell against Morant. Russell, the pass to Gobert. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Timberwolves lead by 6.
Boy, what a nice job by Rudy Gobert. Thin frame, yes, but able to take the contact and still finish.
Morant, the pass to Jackson. Outside Bane. 6 on the shot clock. It's blocked by Gobert. They retain possession. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
They've been all about high percentage looks in this game. Working the ball inside and doing whatever it takes to get it to go.
And the other thing, guys, that they've been very effective at is shooting the long-range jumpers. The defense has been having trouble closing out to them in this game in particular.
Outside Edwards. The 3 is up. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Russell's got 6 assists in the game.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
Here's Gobert. Lays it up and banks it in. And now a 10-point Timberwolves lead.
And they're refusing to take a break, even with a nice lead. They just continue to attack. You have to love it.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
Here's Edwards. And the ball out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
And how about that replay? Man, you got to appreciate the hustle on defense.
Yeah, obviously he had the shot well anticipated, able to shut it down with authority.
And here's Morant outside. Memphis the rebound. Adams. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
We are talking about a big-time offensive rebounder, and Steven Adams unafraid to impose his will with that frame.
Russell against Moran. Russell to pass to Gobert. And it's out of bounds to Minnesota. .146 left to play in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Edwards. Great D that time from Bain. Memphis has got nothing to fall from outside the arc here in the fourth. 0 for 4. Here's Morant. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
What determination from Morant in the paint, getting his shot off despite being fouled.
And Morant drops them both.
A perfect trip to the line narrows the gap.
Minnesota has gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the fourth. Edwards against Bain. And Edwards slams it in.
Anthony Edwards has got his rhythm, and he's got a well-rounded offensive game. Look out.
Jackson with a screen on Russell. And here's Morant outside. Sinks it from distance. Morant's got 8 here in this quarter.
Can you say prime-time player Morant? He enjoys delivering for his team in these parts of the game.
There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Edwards over to the wing. 3 on the clock. Prince can't hit.
Boy, bodying up there, making sure to get position. That's really nice rebounding technique.
And it's Brooks missing. Prince down low. Adams covering. They grab their own miss. Pass to Gobert. Back to Prince. Another shot. Perfection. Beautiful stroke.
With more repetition, you can see Torian Prince evolving on the offensive end. Gets into the mid-range game. Go ahead, Torian.
From deep, Morant. It falls. And now they trail by just 4. Poke loose. Oh, stolen by Morant. Pass to Jackson. Money.
We've watched Morant get so good at this. Instinctively spots the opening and feeds a really good shooter.
And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
And he commits the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
And all Russell has to do is push out the distractions and focus on the task at hand. He can do this.
Well, what a performer this guy is. Game is on the line. He stands up and delivers.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. They trail by 4. 5 ticks left in the fourth quarter here. All right, guys, what's your take?
It's going to be tough. They've got to get a quick hoop and then immediately foul.
So it's a narrow victory for the Timberwolves, pulling it out for the W. Boy, they didn't make...
This contest has the potential, Clark, to be very exciting. 2 teams that can really run up and down the floor and run up the scoreboard.
Yeah, you know, if one of these teams gets really rolling, Kevin, they might be able to take advantage of this one, but I agree with you. when you talk about these teams, I'm anticipating and even hoping for tons of lead changes.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. And it's Prince in at the 3. Now Prince. After Mikal Bridges missing on that last three-pointer. Goes up, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
Pass-first mindset of Paul. When you leave somebody open on his squad, he's going to make you pay for it.
Paul against Russell. And the pass to Edwards. Kicks it out to Prince. Dishes it to Gobert. Towns in the corner. Clock at 4. Off target from three-point range.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Ayton. Here's Booker driving to the basket.
And once Booker has some momentum, get out of his way, throwing himself towards the rim off the drive.
Last season, Clark, the Timberwolves snapped a 3-year playoff drought.
An important milestone for this squad, Kevin. I mean, it shows they're ready to compete in the postseason. That's huge and speaks to just how far this team has come.
Crowder sets a screen for Booker. Kicks it to Ayton. Back to Booker. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Towns. Here's Minnesota. Looking for the first basket of the game. And the dunk by Towns.
Well, easy does it, Towns is saying to himself. Forget about the threes right now. I'm going to go with the flush.
Paul against Russell. Bridges, no one around him. Bangs home the trifecta. Bridges has got 5 points so far.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Prince. Out to Edwards. That 3 off the mark. Suns leading by 5. Crowder goes in. Makes it off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Oh, here's Edwards. Pass to Russell. Back to Edwards. Towns the screen. Knocks it loose. Paul with the steal. Out to the right wing. Ayton, the pass to Crowder. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Booker draws the double. Back to Paul. On the wing, Bridges. Booker finds Crowder. Now here's Booker. He's guarded by Russell. Booker, no good. Timberwolves trail by 7. And Russell with the basket on the assist from Edwards.
Nice read by Edwards there, finding a wide open teammate and sending the ball his way on target.
D'Angelo Russell, the 2nd overall pick in 2015.
Yeah, pretty interesting too, Kevin, that the Lakers traded him after just his 2nd season. It was basically a salary dump. It wasn't about talent because he's got plenty of that, but he was young when he came into the league. He had a reset at age 21 and then went on to rebuild his stock in Brooklyn, making an all-star game there. And by doing that, showed everybody that he could start over.
And here's Prince outside. The shot missing. And Phoenix will come the other way. Bridges inside. Edwards there. Here's Paul. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Booker with it. Picked up by Edwards. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Fast break. Here come the Suns. Paul's running. Banked in off the glass.
Never surprising to see Chris Paul start the break now. But as we see right there, he's just as good at finishing.
Russell kicks to Edwards. Buries the long-range jumper.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And here's Booker from the arc. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And that concludes the first.
And please give a big round of applause for your son's youth dance team.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Suns.
They've really been disruptive on the defensive end, forcing turnovers and turning those turnovers into points at the other end.
On top of that, they're creating turnovers and taking advantage by converting on the offensive end.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the small forward. Paul. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Paul's got a really nice touch from the interior, and you know he likes to get in there and mix it up with the big guys any chance he gets.
Now here is Russell. Here's Towns. Out to Russell. Pass to Prince. Fires top of the key. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist.
The assist.
Russell's got 3 assists now in this one. Paul outside. The dish now to Crowder. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Russell finds Edwards. Count that bucket. Edwards got 7 points.
I can't emphasize enough what reading is all about. That's seeing the game in front of you, another way to put it. Russell making a great choice for the assist there.
Now, Greg, a disappointing ending to the playoffs last season, certainly for the Phoenix Suns.
Well, came in the top seed in their conference only to make a second-round exit after a grueling Game 7. So this season might be revenge time for this group.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. No good on the 3. Suns leading by 5. Paul left side. Takes it inside. Kicks it out to Booker. Crowder the pass to Paul. Booker right side. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got his 4th assist in this one.
And he's got plenty of range and the confidence to match. Booker believes he's going to hit every 3 he takes.
Oh, here's Edwards. 7 points in the game. Pass to Russell. Back to Edwards. Prince outside. From deep. And it's Ayton with the rebound. The Suns have gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. It's Edwards on the wing. Defended by Booker. Towns kicks to Gobert. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Suns.
You know, that's just sloppy basketball giving away a possession. No real reason for that turnover.
.157 left in the second quarter. Paul against Russell. Booker inside. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Trailing here by 8. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Oh, Ayton in position. An emphatic LU jam.
I love the play call. Ayton's a well-coordinated athlete. You know he has the reach. Give him a chance to go up and get it.
Crowder with it. Picked up by Edwards. Crowder kicks to Booker. We've got 1:08 left now here in the second. Here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
A towering presence on the offensive glass. Ayton uses his height well to keep possessions alive.
The pass to Edwards. They can't stop the run with that one.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Booker dishes to Ayton. He can't get that one, and it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Towns, the pass to Edwards. Back to Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Ball against Russell. Booker with no one around, drains it from beyond the arc. Booker's got the lead up to 13 now for the Suns.
And from the corner, Booker is not a player you can forget about.
Top of the key. The offensive rebound. Gobert with a wide open look. No good on the last second attempt there. Thanks so much, David, and we'll...
Your Suns, 28. The Timberwolves, 15.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You gotta like what Devin Booker is doing in this one.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, I thought it was a great defensive performance for him so far. He's aware, he's alive, he's alert, quick to react to everything that's going on around him. Can't do it much better than that.
Sarge and Johnson are on the block. Andrew Shamet is out there with Cameron Payne. And it's Lee in at the three, the small forward. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
You know, when it comes to the Minnesota Timberwolves, for so long, they've struggled to be competitive. But recently, I think they've started to turn things around. I mean, they've got a nice core. They got a taste of the playoffs recently, and now look to build on that.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Here's McLaughlin. Payne covering. Pass to McLaughlin. Shamet with the steal. And now the Suns a fast break. Here's Johnson and the slam dunk by Johnson.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. And for the Timberwolves, Clark getting the #1 pick in the 2020 draft certainly helped their turnaround.
Yeah, that's rocket fuel when you're trying to move up, and they got a good one, a special one in Anthony Edwards. That guy is going to help them take major strides forward. This is an organization clearly on the rise.
Now, here's Reed. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And the three ball is good.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Now Payne. Pass to Shamet. Payne kicks to Shamet. Back to Payne. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Shot clock at 3. To the middle. Shards. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Timberwolves trail by 16. Here's McLaughlin. This one for 3. Here's Noel. The rebound by Johnson.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here's Johnson. Back to Shamet. Lee outside. To the paint. Stolen by Anderson. Reed with it. Now guarded by Payne. McLaughlin, the pass to Noel. Here's Reed to the left side wing. Dishes it to McDaniels. Passes it to McLaughlin. Back to McDaniels. Over to the left wing. Here's Reed, and he jams it with authority.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
Here's Shaman after the basket by Minnesota.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Here's Noel, and another three for Minnesota. Teams nowadays tracking deflections in addition to steals. Were they something you were aware of when you played defense, Greg?
Even if they weren't tracked, they were valued. And I remember early in my career, that was something with the Knicks that would always emphasize, because deflections were a true indicator of activity, especially defensively.
Minnesota with the ball. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. And finished off by McDaniel.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
You know, it's taken a big run, but they were able to get back into this one. Very impressive. No quitting these guys.
Now, here's Shamet. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. McDaniels finds Anderson. Here's Reed. It's tipped. Lee with the steal. And now here's Johnson, a fast break chance. Lee passes to Johnson. Back to Lee. Kicks it out to Johnson. Anderson against Sharish. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Tipped away. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
YouTube jump ball call.
Two seconds separating the shot clock and game. And there's the pass to Noel. Here's McDaniels. Misses the three. And it's Lee penetrating. And Phoenix with another turnover here. Here's McLaughlin. Pass to Noel. It'll count. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Phoenix ahead by 9 as the... And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick, because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the 4th. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3.
Well, that's good work by Prince there, spotting the open man and then putting the ball on target on time right in the shooting pocket.
Paul kicks to Booker. And the wide open shot from Crowder. Another 3 for Phoenix.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now, here's Bridges. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
And on the slam, Bridges using the vertical to finish strong before the D can contest.
Russell kicks to Edwards. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Phoenix leading by 12. Paul with the ball. Now guarded by Towns. Here's Ayton. Kicks it out to Paul. 3-pointer. Crowder. Paul dishes to Booker. Clock at 6. And the Suns tack on 2 more.
And great energy from Booker there in the paint. Just working hard to get to his shot.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Here's Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that 2-hander.
Now here's Booker. Bridges outside. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
No hesitation from Bridges. He gets the ball and is primed to take that shot.
Russell with a wide open look. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
No good from Booker. Timberwolves trail by 15. For three, Edwards. Towns, and it's Towns on the follow. Towns has got 4 this quarter.
Well, I don't think I've ever seen a lack of effort from Towns on the glass. He is a glass eater and keeps possessions alive for his team.
Now here's Paul. Bridges for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns has got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Edwards, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, and you know, when Edwards is aggressive, I think it forces defenders to try to get physical back, and when he's close to the rim, he usually is able to draw the foul as a result.
Good on the second free throw.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
1:43 left in the fourth quarter. Takes the 3. Bridges misses. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. A 12-point game. Bridges with it. Guarded now by Prince. And Booker puts up a deep 3. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Suns.
And the big difference here was accuracy from three-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, it really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Devin Booker.
Yeah, and he was relentless, nonstop energy. I mean, he just never slowed down or turned off.
Here's Paul. After D'Angelo Russell's bucket, it's Crowder on the wing. Three-pointer. Booker the pass to Bridges. Jacks up a 3. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it. They've done it.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Now they're playing with urgency. They could have done it much earlier before the game was out of reach.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Paul with the ball, and they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Connects from three-point range.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us.
And we've got a pair of teams here that know a thing or two about ball movement, Grant.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, there's a great feel that these teams play with. Two of the smartest teams in the league. They focus on sharing the basketball and keeping everyone involved. This is a matchup for the purist.
So let's take a look at the Phoenix Suns starting lineup. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Crowder and Ayton, the bigs. And it's Bridges in at the 3, the small forward.
The agility, the athleticism. Morant sometimes, I don't know, he just seems unstoppable to me. Every night, John Morant has a hard job to do. He draws the opponent's toughest defender in each game they play. That's how talented of a scorer he is.
Now here's Paul. Outside for Booker. Here's Ayton. And Ayton with the stuff.
I mean, come on, a 7-footer with a 7'5" wingspan. Ayton beats everyone to the ball and converts easily.
Here's Morant to the paint. Bane. Pass to Adams. And that's good. His first bucket of the game. Well, you talk about the D Morant has to face. Yet he finds a way to get the best of most of those matchups, Richard.
He's got a very advanced offensive skill set. He can score off the bounce. He can spot up. Depending on who's guarding him, Ja can adapt and find any weakness.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
The thing about Booker is he rarely has an off night. He's one of the most consistent shooters in the league.
And the second free throw is good.
What you have to admire about Devin Booker is how much he scores the rock, as well as all the different ways he's able to finish.
Now here's Morant. Outside Bane. Booker with the defensive effort. And Booker is the guy you can lean on to help shoulder the offensive load, Richard.
Yeah, he's comfortable taking a lot of shots for his team. He's a volume shooter for a reason, because he understands how to score at an efficient clip, too.
Here's Bridges. Clock at 6. Brooks with the rebound.
Bad offense against bad defense. The play looked as ugly as you'd imagine.
Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
There are not many players of his size that can go off the bounce and throw it down like Jaren Jackson Jr.
Outside Paul. Off target at the rim.
Give the defender credit. Willing to challenge the shot. Lots of other guys just let them score there.
Here's Jackson. Can't get it to fall.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
Booker against Bane. And Booker throws it down.
And with his skill, you kind of forget that Booker is 6'5" and can get to the rim with ease.
Morant, the pass to Bane. On the wing, Brooks. Outside Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window there.
Now here's Paul. Outside for Booker. There's the triple. Pure from three-point range. Booker's got 6.
Part of the evolution of Booker's game, getting consistent from deep.
Back to Jackson. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Morant with it, now guarded by Crowder. Morant, the pass to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Morant's got great understanding of the game. He can move like very few can in that pick and roll set.
Well, these Suns have had a successful past couple of seasons.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, they certainly know the greatness they're capable of. They can give you a lot of confidence out there on the floor, even against other elite teams.
We've got 1:13 left in the first quarter here. Booker, pass to Ayton. Back to Booker. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Jackson outside. Pass to Adams. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on DeAndre Ayton.
Putting his 6'11" frame to use Jackson to low, down low. Good luck stopping him. When we evaluate players, one thing that gets overlooked, age. Take Jaren Jackson Jr. He was only 18 when he got drafted in 2018. Some big guys struggle at the line, not him. He's put in the work to defy that assumption.
Now here's Bridges. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Sharp find by Paul, one of the best passers of all time.
The Grizzlies have gone 5 of 8. Solid opening quarter for them. Pass to Adams. Here's Brooks. And he jams it home with authority.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Paul with it. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Stolen by Jackson. He goes up. Morant with the slam.
They'll put you on your heels in a hurry. Morant slicing through the D.
Please give a big round of applause for your
Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Grizzlies. Bain and Brooks out on the wing. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Morant in at the point. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. And the bucket is good. Booker's got 8.
Crafty play by Booker inside, navigating to a point-blank look at the basket.
Memphis leading. Up top, Morant. He's guarded by Paul. Bain, no good.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
The drive by Paul. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Paul's got his first 2 points.
See, I like it when Paul attacks the hoop, when he looks for his.
Outside Morant. Ooh, nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. 9 points in the game.
The defense tightens up, so he adjusts. Nice play.
Out to Bridges. Oh, Brooks with the steal. That's tipped. Here's Booker going inside. And Booker with the jam.
There is no on-off switch for Booker. He is always in attack mode.
Here's Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
Here's Paul after the basket by Memphis. Outside Booker. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Well, we talk about the critical importance of the wing position, RJ. From the time you played, how do you think that position has evolved?
Well, when you talk about positionless basketball, it really falls on the forwards. You want them to have more responsibilities. You want them to be able to guard 1 through 5. You want to be able to run your offense through them. So the wings in positionless basketball have a lot more responsibility.
Outside Morant. Over Crowder. Here's Adams. And it's slammed in by Adams.
And on the offensive end, this is how Adams hurts you. You have to be aware of where he is at all times.
Paul against Morant. Crowder outside. Jacks up a 3. It's good. The assist that time from Paul.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time. When it comes to the Grizzlies, a lot of this season is about erasing the memory of their playoff loss last year. It was a disappointing end to their season.
Now here's Bain. Looking for his first basket, still in this one.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Bain against Booker.
Nice effort from Booker, making things hard on the shooter.
Misses another. He's 0 for 4. Driving inside, and it's good. 2 points. And now just a 1-point Memphis lead. But with Memphis's 2021-2022 season, it still has to be considered a success, right?
Yeah, I think it was a successful season, but as a whole, this young team, they won their division, but the hopes were so much higher going into the postseason than just the second round.
Morant, no good. The Suns have gotten off to a sensational 5 for 5 start of the second quarter. Outside Booker. Pass to Bridges. 5 to shoot. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. That's on Steven Adams. That one drops. He ties it up. When you look at Mikal Bridges, he's the quintessential 3-and-D wing, Richard.
With his quick feet and 7'1" wingspan, he can guard 1 through 4. And they call him the Warden for a reason. When he locks people up, he puts them in Mikal jail.
Now here's Morant. 11 points in the game. And another miss by Memphis.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
Here's Crowder. And Crowder with the jam.
Back to the basics, unleashing the one-hand flush.
Boy, he makes the basics look pretty outstanding, though, huh?
That's true.
Stolen by Bridges. And an intentional foul right there.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Shooting for Phoenix. Devin Booker. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. One thing you notice about these Suns, RJ, many of them are considered strong two-way talents.
And that is such a list for your team. Having guys that can get it done on both sides of the floor instead of trying to balance a lineup of just pure specialists.
Once again, fans, your Grizzlies Booker.
Both free throws good from Booker. There's 47 seconds left in the second period. Ball against Morant. Ooh, making his presence felt here. He's now 6 for 9 in this game.
It's been all about Ja tonight. Can score in so many different ways.
Now here's Paul. The drive on the wing. Crowder outside Booker. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson.
Gotta be careful when Jackson is lurking, more than just capable of sending it back.
And you gotta be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
And this is exactly why he's out here, in order to block shots in tight games like this.
Memphis trailing here. Outside Morant. On the wing, Bane. 4-3. Hits a three-pointer.
What a pass from Morant. He does a terrific job staying alert, seeking out the right opportunities to get his teammates involved.
And then Morant with the dunk.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
That's the last thing you need to happen down the stretch. Let's see how they respond to the devastating punch.
Ja Morant, he's feeling it tonight.
The Suns, 28.
We're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Kicking off the second half, here's Monty Williams 5. Johnson and Saric at the 4 and the 5. Cameron Payne out there with Landry Shamet. And it's Lee in at the 3. Well, Richard, 17 years for you as a player. If you were to give some advice to someone starting their playing career right now, what do you think that would be?
Oh, it would always be get your routine down. Get your pregame routine. Get your summer routine. You got to figure out what it is that makes your game work. Because it's hard as you get older. NBA careers don't last very long. But if you put your routine, you put your game first, everything else will fall in line.
Payne, pass to Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Oh, Clark with the slam.
And although he's undersized in his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
Payne against Williams. Here's Shamet. That one doesn't drop. Good D by Clark. Memphis leading.
Since entering the league in 2015, Tyus Jones has proven to be as reliable as it gets. A multi-talented guard who plays to his strengths.
Here's Shamet. Green covering. The kick out to Johnson. And he drives in, uses the glass on the layup. Johnson's got 4 points now in the quarter. And what you appreciate about Jones is how under control he is, Richard. He's never in a rush.
It's what allows the game to come so naturally to him. He's skilled at keeping things very simple, solid at setting the pace for himself and his squad.
Jones, and the layup falls.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells a story of how well you are playing team offense.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Johnson passes to Payne. Back to Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And clearly not enough defensive presence there.
Boy, he just took advantage and a ferocious jam.
That's what lackluster defense will get you. You deserve to get dunked on with that type of effort.
Williams passes to Green. And it's Lee with the rebound. The Suns trailing. Here's Shamet. Banked it in off the glass.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Here's Clark. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Jones against Payne. Outside Johnson. 6 to shoot. And it's blocked by Clark. Outside Jones. Down low. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. Payne, pass to Johnson. There's 1:26 left in the third.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
That free throw no good. And he sinks the second. Now Jones. Pass to Williams. Lets the three fly. And he can't get that one. And Phoenix the other way now. And stolen by Williams. Driving to the basket. And Williams punches it home.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Now here's Johnson. 7 points in the game. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. He's off on the first. Good on the second one. Here's Jones. with the screen. Got a hand on it. 30 seconds left in the third. Pass to Shaman. Now here's Johnson. Basket counts. Johnson's got 10 points in just the second half.
When you use it right, the pump fake's as effective a move as there is.
Outside Jones. The kick out to Williams. It'll count. And that's not going to go. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
He does do a great job steering the ship for them out there and keeping the offense clicking.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. They've got Tyus Jones. He's out there with John Conchar. Green out there with Brandon Clark. And it's Williams in at the 4. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Ball finds Aiden. Chalk up 2 there.
Yeah, this is where Aiden's comfortable operating, using his height and array of inside moves to his advantage.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. A line change here for Memphis.
First team. Substitution on the court.
Left side, Morant. And the layup is good. And the Grizzlies lead by 3.
That play is Morant's ball handling talents pretty much in a nutshell. Fast, smooth, and very effective.
Ball against Morant. Bridges passes to Crowder. Just 5 to shoot. Grizzlies with the rebound. Jackson outside. Adams high post. Stolen by Bridges. For 3, Booker sinks it from distance. It's all knotted up.
Instantaneous offense. Booker gets the hot pass and quickly has that shot in the air.
Morant, the pass to Adams. Ooh, and Adams, strong finish.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, PA.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Outside Booker. Book it again. 7 for 12 and going at the defense.
He has no deficiencies. He has no flaws in his offensive game. Booker, he's capable of dropping 30 on any given night against any given player.
Now here's Morant. In the air. Second chance shot. He gets it to go again. 9 for 13 so far.
And this is who Ja Morant is. He just doesn't quit, really getting after it on the glass.
Ayton passes to Crowder. It's Booker on the wing, guarded by Bane. Brooks with the rebound. Brooks has got 4 rebounds in the game. The Grizzlies have gotten 4 of 5 attempts to fall so far in the 4th. Right side Bane. Here's Morant. Throws it down, and the official. And with this game coming down to the wire, they're quick to use their coach's challenge, asking for a review. This could be a big call.
People were worried that this was so many close calls in every game. The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Now here's Paul. There's a minute 47 left in the fourth quarter. Out to Bridges. Pass to Crowder. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Paul. Doesn't go for him. Ooh, some solid defense from Adams. And here's Bain. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Outside Morant. Here's the three. The shot off that time. Now the Suns take it the other way. Outside for Booker. And he's at 8 of 14 now. A solid offensive performance.
And since going to the finals back in 2021, Booker's earned the reputation of a winning player.
Here's Morant. There's 45 seconds left to play in the fourth. Cash!
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play, coming through when it matters most.
Ball against Morant. Crowder left side. And he sinks it. Oh, what a sensational bucket. That brings him within one. Grant, they'd love to milk the clock here.
No question. They're in a great situation right here.
Outside Morant. And Aiden pulls it down. Time called here. The Suns decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 1. 7 seconds left in the final quarter. All right, guys, what's your take?
It's always interesting to see what play a coach has saved for a situation like this.
If they've got a surefire, quick bucket play, let's just say now's the time to use it.
7 seconds left in the final quarter. Here's Booker. Oh, that shot had a chance, but the all-or-nothing shot attempt is off the mark. And so it's the Grizzlies who come out on top here. Whoop.